Words wanna cut me down. I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me.
I come from a little town called Union City, Indiana, which is in the middle of nowhere. My grandmother was a Jehovah's Witness, and I was raised predominantly by my grandmother from about age 10 up. And so I've always had God in my life, but exploring God in any other context was never an option. And coming to college, things changed a lot because I was opened to a lot of experiences in different faiths that I had never had any contact with before. Coming to Wesley as a freshman and going through a bunch of experiences my first year, leading into February, which is when I was baptized. I was actually baptized upstairs. Leading to that was a very conflicting few months because I felt the calling to get baptized, to deepen my faith in that way, to make that commitment because I knew what I was learning was true. However, knowing that I would face certain consequences for making that decision was what I really struggled with. I remember, that moment when I just started asking the questions. It just seemed so right. I've never been more right of anything, I don't think, my whole life. It's led me to where I am today. We took a big trip to Africa, and I was there for 6 weeks, and it was absolutely amazing. It was the first time out of the country, first time flying, and first time experiencing a new culture that was not American. It changed who I am, I think, as a person and just how I viewed things, making me more appreciative of what I have here now, making me more aware of the concerns as the church has as a whole, as opposed to what it is for just the Indiana Conference. It's amazing to see how the church as a whole stays a church, even though we may have disagreeing views. And I think that's what really struck me because like I said, I come from a faith background that was very strict, and everybody believed the same thing. You couldn't go across the country and not have someone who would say the exact same thing. And I went to a faith where you may say something different, but at the core you're believing the same thing, and you're loving the same way, and you're treating people with the same respect and dignity. And to see that and know that God is bigger than such a simple definition was amazing for my faith as it grew, because it kind of confirmed what I knew to be true. I've always loved kids, and my major ended up switching into education. And, Glenn's like, hey, why don't you come be a counselor for the youth? And I'm like, why not? It's what's led me to pursuing youth ministry as a career, because for me, I found no greater fulfillment in what I was doing, because it brings together all my unique talents, but also interests all in one area that I feel like I belong, and I don't have questions about what I'm doing. I think one of my favorite experiences was my first year. I got to get confirmed along with my youth, and I remember seeing that, that experience with them, being able to say, hey, I can do this with you. I left Purdue when I was a junior in college to work full-time. My whole life has been kind of flipped upside down. I keep getting back. I'm like, I know I'm not doing what I need to do right now, so this is what I need to work on. And because I know the calling is there, I just need to, I'm now working on making the step to fulfill that calling. And I feel like as I continue to move forward and figure out where my next steps are going to be, I feel like God's going to keep those same doors open. And I'm kind of excited to see where those next steps will go.
This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.